Hi everyone, I've just come today to show you a junk journal I made, and here it is. I just made the cover with thick cardstock, showing keys and clocks and what have you, and I've had to I've actually made this closure with hair bobbles. I bought some new ones, they were a bit too thin, so I've just looped them all together and made the closure. Excuse me, because junk journals do tend to get really packed out, and had I not made this closure it would have been gaping open, so I've made that and it keeps it all nice and compact. I haven't done much to the front at all. I've just popped one of these well, you can see where it is. I cannot think of the name of them, and I've popped two silver corners on it. I'm not sure about whether I like these or not. That's why I've not put any on the back yet, because I may remove these. But there's the front, there's the back, and I'll just take this closure off. Now inside here I just used yellow and green copy paper. It's quite thin and they were A4 sheets, and I've just cut them down to A5. The slightly the slightly smaller than A5, and I can't remember how many pages is in there. I think there was about 48, not including the covers. Right, so there's the inside cover, and I've backed the inside cover. I had a very old street map. Gosh, it was quite old, and as you can see, all the page, well, you can't see because I'm not putting a new page to it to compare it, but it's quite old and discoloured, so I thought, oh, that'll be great for the inside cover, so I've stuck that down. I've just reinforced all the edges with sellotape. I stuck the map on it, and then I didn't want it to peel off here, although I'd put strong tape all the way down, so I just enclosed it all in with thick sellotape, and it makes the edges a lot more sturdier. So that's the inside cover, and then I start off here. As I say, I've done green and yellow copy paper all the way through, and it is quite thin. I've done some kind of feature on every single page, whether it's stamping, sticking things onto the page or whatever. So I've stamped here just a note on the first page, and I've put this big if I remember the name of this, I'll put it in the description box. It's out of a tag book, so I just stripped that out, and I can't remember the name of it, but I think it was called Nature, something to do with nature. So I've stuck that there, and it's got pale lines going across, so you can journal on that. It's got some nice images on it. So you've got the red just a note, you've got the big journal spec there with some red in it, and I've just decorated the bottom of the page with like a candy stripe washi tape. So that's the first page. On the next page, as I say, I've tried to put something on every page. I've stamped journal on the top of that page, so they've got a full page to journal on, and I've just popped a little sticker of Frozen, and I've decorated the bottom of the page as well with the washi tape. It also strengthens the bottom of the pages, and you know, when you're turning them over, that washi tape. It's got no general theme running through it. I've just done a mismatch of everything, hence it being a junk journal. Now what I've done here, see where I've stamped journal here. I started doing that on every page, but because the paper's so thin, you stamp it, it shows through the other side. So I've stamped here journal, and on the next page I stamped journal, and it was the ink had seeped through and you couldn't read that it was saying journal. So halfway through I stopped doing that, and I just started stamping the journal on one side, and because that was such a mismatch, I've made a banner out of a gold ribbon, and I've just stuck that on. It decorates the page, but it's also hiding up an error. So that's the gold ribbon there, and I've just stamped a bike there with red ink. And on the next page, there's where I've stamped journal. It was shown through the other side. I've just got some frozen stickers and I popped one there. And down here I've made a banner out of a scrap piece of white cardstock, and I punched out a circle from some Mickey Mouse paper and I've stuck that onto the banner. Plenty of room for journaling on every page. And then here, this is half of a tag, the other half is further on through the book. So I've stuck it down to make a pocket. I've stamped a bike on it and I've put some floral washi tape on the top and the bottom. And then I've just popped some things into that pocket. A little envelope, handmade envelope, and inside that we've got a little card with some little frozen stickers all over it. That pops in there. Just pop it in off camera. And that goes in there. And then I had a piece of this vellum. It's wooden vellum with silver. And in a silver banner inside there is a little bee. I thought that was quite nice to pop in the pocket. And a little children's playing card, an ace. So I've popped that in there, and I've also stamped there a bike in the metallic green ink. So like I say, there's something on every page. I don't want to spend too much time going through everything, so I'll just do a flip through now so you can see it. Just another piece of vellum there with the silver, and I've stamped journal, frozen sticker. I've stamped with the metallic green ink here an Italian vineyard. Plenty of room on every page for journaling. Another one of the nature, oh, something's just fell out the book. Another one of the nature pages, and I've stamped up here journal, and I've stamped journal here. And I'll just quickly show you what's inside the pocket. I've put a gorgeous girl journal card, a tag I've made myself out of some nice green polka dot paper, and just a little coffee cup doily. So they all go in there. And as I say, I won't spend too much time on each page now. I'll just flip the pages and let you see what's in them. A die cut there, a ticket die cut photo mat. And on here, I've backed this page with the old map paper, and there's some excess. I didn't want to cut it off, so I stuck it on the back of the page, made it into a pocket. So I'll just quickly show you what's in this pocket. A little handmade card, a little tied with some twine, photo map booklet or journaling, and here is a popcorn paper bag. I bought these to convert into gift bags, so they're brand new. They've not had popcorn or anything in them, so I popped that in the pocket with these other things, and I'll tie the twine back on later. I don't want to make the video too long, so that's in that one. Another piece of the old map paper there, a gorgeous girl journal card and room to journal underneath the back of the journal card, and the front decorates the page nicely. Here's the other half of that tag I mentioned earlier, and I've put some washi tape on the here, and I've stamped journal, and I've stamped a red hot air balloon there and the Italian vineyard on the reverse, and both those pages I've stamped journal. So as I say, loads of room for journaling and loads of little keepsakes on every page. Some stamped journal there and a flower, some more of the silver vellum, and on this side a quote, and I've just stuck it down with washi tape here so it flips up and you've got 2 more pages to journal on. And I covered up another mistake there with the gold ribbon, the gold banner, and a frozen sticker there. Another gorgeous girl journal card here. I've stamped journal and then the recipient can journal there, and it lifts up so you can journal on the back and on the green, and a little handmade flower glittering away there. Here it's just, whoops, struggling now, it's photo mat, and I've stuck it on this page which says journal. I've stuck it with a large yellow paper clip, and on the reverse of that page another photo mat, and it's stuck with the big yellow clip. Stamp journal there, and just put a washi banner. Just put another one of the nature journal tags there. I've stuck it down completely. This is out of one of the pages out of the Hunky Dory Little Books. This was the teddy themed, so I've just stuck one of the pages down. I've trimmed it a little bit, and I've made that into a pocket, and inside that pocket there's some washi tape banners there, and I've just made a couple of these little tags, the cardstock, and I've stuck some bright polka dot paper on top and just a little bit of bling, and I've made 2 of them, and they pop in that big pocket there. On this side another one of the silver vellum pieces, and I've stamped journal on both sides, and I've just put the candy stripe washi to decorate the page. Here I've stamped journal, put a handmade flower. It belongs to another tag, the other half will be somewhere along the book. I've decorated all washi on all that side. Now normally I put the washi on and I trim it off. I decided to go over it and leave it where I'd ripped it. This is a thing I've started doing now. I totally go out my comfort zone here. There would have been one time when I would have never have done that. I'd have just trimmed it dead straight and neat, but I was ripping it off, and instead of cutting it I've decided to fold it over the back, and I think it gives it quite a nice effect. And then the 2 pages are stamped with journal, and to decorate that page there's some washi and there's a flower on that page. Moving on, here's a photo mat, and I've just stuck it with washi tape on the top so it lifts up to reveal journal, and the back of that says journal as well, and I've decorated that page with a dark flower underneath that. On this side I've just stamped journal and popped a frozen sticker. This side a flower, stamped journal, and I've just done a polka dot banner out of that paper I showed you that I made the tags with earlier. I've stamped journal here. I've made a little pocket and I've decorated it with blue washi, and inside this pocket another one of these little cards. I made quite a few of these especially for this junk journal, so whoever receives it, they've got quite a few little goodies inside it, plenty of little cards, tags and what have you. I made this tag out of the polka dot card that had mint green and white. I think it's gorgeous. Then I've glued a button that, oh no, that's a, yeah, it is a button, it's a brad. I've popped that in, and to hide the back of the brad I put some washi tape and I fussy cut that butterfly and put that at the back. So a lot going on with that tag. And then this is out of the Bell and Boo 6x6 paper line. This is one of my favourite pages, so someone can make that into a journal card, or they can cut the 6 images up and incorporate it in their crafting. So those things go in there. I'm going to just fold it over and put them in properly later on. This page stamped journal and popped a flower. Here I've stamped journal and I've popped a frozen sticker, and here I've made this, I've made this, so lots of sections on both sides, and I've divided each section with some washi tape, silver and blue, and that little, I don't know if anyone knows the name of these, if they could tell me, because I'm running short of them and I'd like to order some online. These little, I don't know, pointers or closures or whatever. So if you know the name of those, let me know. To hide the tiny Brad from that pointer or whatever it was, I've stuck a Joker card here, a coloured one, and inside the pocket I've put the black and white Joker, and they're just from the children's cards. And I bought these little packets of children's cards especially for the junk journal. Little tiny cards, they're really cute. It had a last piece of the map paper left over, so I've stuck it down with washi. I've made an envelope, and the last bit of washi I made a tab to open the envelope, and inside here I just get one out. I've popped 2 tags and they're of butterfly paper, and I've just trimmed them off with the washi, and there's 2 of them I've popped in there. And I've done it like I do my flip books. I've stuck it on with washi. It lifts up so you can journal. And then a flower. On this side I've stamped journal, and I've cut out a little image of a pram. These are prams I use in some of my baby journals, and I've just coloured that in pink and popped it down. Here I've decorated the page with lots of different washi banners, and on this side, I think this was the other half of that tag, a little pocket. I've decorated it with blue washi. I've matched a blue washi banner here, and inside I've popped some things here. So another card I've made especially for the junk journal. This was just a piece of ephemera at Easter time for an Easter egg hunt, and that says keep looking, and I've fussy cut a butterfly and I've just stuck it on there, and they both go in that pocket there. Sorry I'm going off camera a little bit. Right, and then on this side I've made a giant pocket out of this like cerise paper, and I've picked it up with the pale blue and white cardstock linen mix, and then I filled it. Now I'll just get everything out to show you. Right, first of all, another piece of the Bell and Boo, gorgeous images. Oh, there's 2 of them, so you get 2 of them in that one. I bought these Fireman Sam large cards, and I bought these especially for all my crafts, including junk journals. So there's an image of Arnold. Here's another one, Ellie. They're two characters which must be new, because they weren't in when my kids were young. They used to love Fireman Sam. A large bookmark I've made with this gorgeous hunky-dory. It's really thick paper, and I've backed it with other hunky-dory adorable scoreable yellow, and then I've put some washi tape either side, and that's really thick, so that's a bookmark for the recipient. And here is a little, let me have a look, it's just a photo mat on this side and journal on that side, and that matches the pocket. Right, so let me see if I can, I just put those to one side, save time. Moving on to the next page, it says journal, and I've popped in a little die cut of a baby popper vest there. Here's another pocket I've made, and I've punched out a scalloped circle, and I've decorated that with one of the little handmade flowers that I make. And inside this pocket, another one of the cards which matches some of the other cards, which I said I made these especially for this junk journal, and another piece of the Bell and Boo. Make a journal card or cut the images up. On the opposite page I've stamped journal and decorated it with floral washi. Another nature tag here, journal. Over here, one of the little children's playing cards with, I've used that as a pocket, and another one can fit in there. And I've backed whatever suit was on that side, and I've put a piece of yellow adorable scoreable so they can journal on that and pop it in that pocket. and then a frozen sticker. And on this side, stamped journal, I've put a silver washi banner, a little tiny silver envelope, and there's a tiny little, I've got this punch, it punches out that shape, and I've just punched out a little happy birthday, and I put a gem on top of the cupcake. So there's another little tiny card, but I think it's going to just be too difficult to try and get that out of there presently. Little surprise for the recipient anyway. Here's another photo mat, and I've washi taped it, and underneath I've put journal, and I put the same on the other side of that photo mat, and the bottom of that page has got some silver washi. On this side, silver banner, journal, and a hot air balloon that I die cut. Another little black and silver envelope with some little surprise cards. They'll just be too difficult to try and get them out on camera. I'm conscious of the time. Stamped journal and a polka dot teddy. Trimmed the bottom of the page with washi. And to finish it, I've done another nature tag, and I've stamped journal, and I've covered the inside back cover with the old discoloured map, and that's the back, and that's the closure, and there's the junk journal. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.